A Pale View of Hills by Kazuo Ishiguro by Asalia Calvert, Period 6, Advanced World Lit. Kazuo Ishiguro was born in Nagasaki, Japan on November 8th of 1954. In 1978, he got his Bachelor of Arts degree as well as his Master of Arts in Creative Writing. He worked as a social worker, and he ended up marrying Lorna Ann McDougall in 1986. They had a daughter named Naomi, who was born in 1992. His first 3 novels won awards, and his third novel, which was called Remains of the Day, won the Booker Prize. One of the main characters in the story is a woman named Tsuko. The story is told from her point of view, and she's a middle-aged Japanese woman who has flashbacks of her younger life while her daughter Nikki is visiting her. She is not described in great detail, but it can be inferred from her behavior and from her flashbacks that she's a very obedient and respectful woman. This is Atsuko's daughter Nikki. She moved to Britain after she moved out, and she's very fashionable and modern. She gets annoyed by her mother's old school ways. Sachiko is one of Atsuko's good friends. She has a daughter named Mariko, and she refuses to conform to the normal Japanese women's lifestyle. She claims that her daughter is the most important person in her life, but she acts otherwise, and she schemes to move to America with Mariko and a man named Frank. She seems to be very carefree, yet very serious and deeply insightful, and she's mentioned in many of Itsuko's flashbacks. Sachiko's daughter was named Mariko. She was very antisocial because she's witnessed many horrifying events as a small child. She grew up in a town that was devastated by war. She talks obsessively about the woman that she sees following her around constantly. The story takes place while Nikki is visiting Itsuko in the small town of Nagasaki, Japan, which is pictured above. Itsuko has had many flashbacks during this visit, which showed us the important memories from when she was younger. During these flashbacks, Itsuko was pregnant with her first child, Keiko, who she believes she had been a terrible mother to, for Keiko was never happy and ended up committing suicide. Sachiko was one of Itsuko's good friends, and one day, Sachiko told Itsuko that she was planning to move to America with a man named Frank and bring Mariko along. Mariko was often left alone, and she would wander around the countryside and play in the rivers. Sachiko always said that Mariko was her top priority as a mother, but would always act the complete opposite. Mariko often ran away, she often got bruises and cuts all over her body, and Sachiko would never seem to actually care about it. A quote from the book says, "But then the bomb had fallen, and afterwards all that remained were charred ruins." This quote represents Kazuo Ishiguro because he lived in Japan at the time this bomb was dropped, so he related this incident on personal experience.